Hey everyone, it's Nick. Today I want to show you a programmable cash register which lets you set the amount of a certain item you have to pay in order to receive another item in response. So all in all, it's a really great store system which we're gonna check out right now. Alright, enter 3 diamonds for 1 note block. Thanks. We're certainly gonna do that, so let's enter 1, 2 and 3. And there we go, there's our note block. Awesome, right? So now what happens if we enter only 1? It won't give us our note block. However, if we enter 2 more, it'll give us our note block then. But now this light turns on and it tells us if the light is on, please be patient and come back later. What that means is that the storage is empty and there's no more note blocks inside, which will also keep you from putting in more items and thus losing your items in this store. So let's try to add in some more diamonds. Nothing will work, not even if we put a whole stack in there. So this is a really cool system. As you can see, it fits into a small footprint, relatively small, for a store. And now we're gonna crack on with the tutorial, which I'm gonna divide into simple steps so you can follow easier. And let's go. All the items you need for this build are in this chest. We need 25 to 30 building blocks, but I'm using some more because I could always put them back later on. We also need 5 redstone comparators, 13 redstone dust, 2 repeaters, 8 redstone torches, 1 chest, 8 hoppers, 4 droppers, 1 note block and 1 redstone lamp, and the item you want as payment, and obviously the item you want to sell. And also some trash items which you do not necessarily need if you've got some more building blocks, but if those are valuable to you, you might as well use some dirt or something that you can throw into the hoppers. So you can pause the video right now to collect all the resources and then come back later on once you have all of them. And otherwise, I'm gonna start right now. So we start out with a 4x5 area, and the first thing that we're gonna do is placing blocks like so. So we got 1 block space in between the floor and your contraption right here. The next step is to place a redstone comparator facing this way with redstone coming out of it, and then another block down here and redstone there as well. Now we're gonna place a redstone repeater with no delay right here, followed by a block with a torch on its side. And the next step is to place some temporary blocks right here for your hopper to go in, and then we can place a chest right there. This is the chest where we are gonna collect our diamonds or whatever you want as payment in the end. Alright, so that's how it looks right now. Pretty simple to follow, I hope. If not, you can always rewatch that part. And the next thing that we're gonna do is place another hopper facing into the comparator. And what we need to do for that, so we don't activate and deactivate the comparator all the time, is we need to face its side and then shift click so we can place the hopper on its side. Because if it was facing down, it wouldn't really work because it's feeding directly into this hopper, and then the whole item sorting system mechanism wouldn't work. So do it like that, or face it into any other direction if that's easier for you. You can also do that. To finish your filter system, we're just gonna add in 1 more dropper on top of the upper hopper, and then we can fill it in with diamonds or whatever item we want people to pay. So we're gonna use 22 of those items, drag along a line right here, and then put the 17 items that we still got left in the first slot. Now we can test it out with several items, only 1, and then it will go back to 18. But if we add in 10 more, it'll also go back to 18. And the problem is that we always got 1 item stuck in this lower hopper right here because of the torch. But that shouldn't be that big of a deal because you can always take it out, and most of it will be in this chest anyway. So now this part also belongs to the filter system, kind of, because it will determine how many items you want to have in order to give out items that you are selling. So basically what I did is place a block next to the redstone here, and then also 1 dropper with a hopper facing into it. Now what we put in here are trash items, and we're gonna put in 3. You can also put in 1 entire stack, or only 1, or 33, however many items you want people to pay in order to give out your stuff. So that sums it up. It doesn't have to be diamonds in here. It can be any item you want, anything useless. So basically it's just for counting how many items they put in there. So once you're done with all of this, it's time to place some more blocks. We're gonna put one right next to the dropper with a comparator running out of it, which is then facing into a torch which is standing right here and should be off by default if you've done everything correctly. Now we're gonna go around the corner with our blocks just like so, and then directly down from the end of our blocks that we just placed, so it looks like this in the end. Now we'll place some redstone down here, one repeater and 2 redstone dust after it, and then 1 torch here at the beginning and 1 down here. This is the RS-NOR latch, the system that detects whether the amount of items that your customers threw into the sorting system is right or not. And only if it's right, it's gonna give out a redstone signal, and then it will trigger the system that gives out your item, so you don't lose anything. And then just put 2 more redstone dusts right here, and then we can already move on to step number 4. Now let's place down some more blocks. We're gonna do that by placing 1 right next to the torch, 2 on top of it, and then 1 over the repeater. And now we need to zigzag our way around, and we're gonna do that simply by placing another one here and another one right there. Putting redstone on this thing should be pretty easy, so we just put 1 redstone dust right here, a torch right up here, another one right here, and then redstone on top all the way across the zigzag pattern that we've got going here. And this is the other RS-NOR latch. On the block that we just placed, we're gonna put a hopper timer, just like this. It's 2 hoppers facing into each other, and then we're gonna take a trash item and throw one of those in there, like this. Let's put them in there. Let's not throw them. And you can see that this redstone is activated, so nothing's happening right now. You can simply deactivate it by triggering the torch that is switched on, and then replacing it, and then it will be off. And now we can test it out by putting some blocks down here, just like this, so they are right next to the hoppers, so we can place something on there. And we're gonna put a comparator on this hopper right here, so you can see that it's flashing. And we can put a note block right here. Make sure that it's set to a happy note, because you want your customers to be happy, right? And this is gonna make a sound not all the time like it is doing right now, but only when somebody buys something, so it just goes on there. And if it annoys you, we can always disable it by taking out this torch and placing it again. And now we need to put some more blocks down here like this, and the comparators that we are gonna place are gonna be facing into the direction that the hoppers are standing at. Now we need to place on the rest of our droppers and hoppers, so we're gonna do that by just placing one of the droppers facing the way that this one is also facing, and then we need 2 hoppers going into that one. So this is gonna be the system that dispenses your items that you want to sell, so let's put them in there. And make sure to place a redstone dust on top of this, and your accounting system, just like you have it with a payment, is gonna be right next to it with a hopper facing into it like that. And put however many items you want to sell. So let's say we want to give out 2 glowstone for 3 diamonds. As you remember from the beginning of this tutorial, this will count it out. And then make sure to place 1 torch right next to the note block that we just placed on. This is going to be for stopping the system from working when it's paying out, and another torch right here is going to be for resetting the system later on. Alright, we're just about done. The only thing that we still need to do is placing 1 block above this redstone line, and then 1 redstone dust right here, and 1 lamp next to it right up here. We can place another lamp down here, however you won't see that if you enclose the system. With some design changes you can of course do that, like putting a half slab here and then a stair or something. You can make it look fancy, but 1 lamp will be enough to indicate whether the system is empty or not. And then you can just put another solid block here, so you can transfer the redstone signal into this block and then up to this lamp. And so we're done with this system. Let's try it out, and let's put some diamonds, not down there, but let's place them in here. So we put 1, nothing happens. If we put 2 more, we can hear a happy note, and we'll get 2 glowstone. Now, if you don't want to give out 2 glowstone or 2 items in general, you can always change this amount of items. So let's say we want to give out 4 glowstone for 2 diamonds. Let's see, where do we change the count again? It's a little bit messy. Yeah, there it is. Let's give out 4 glowstone for 2 diamonds. That's what I said. So let's place, let's put in 2, and there we go. There you see it. It gives out 4. Now, if we put in more than 2, let's place in, let's say 6. What will that do? Yep, it'll still give us 4. That's how it works. You put in more than you need and you'll get less. Anyway, that's just a little bit of a bonus tip, I guess, if they put it in there. And then you can enclose it with whatever materials you like. For example, like I did there. It's not the most pretty, the prettiest thing that is there, but I think it works. And then I just put a painting here because I didn't want people to access the hoppers, and just to make it look nice. Obviously you can also go around the corner, but that's another thing to design it. But now we're done with building it. So I guess that's it. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up and show this video to your friends to show them this pretty cool store system that you can customize however you want. It's also fairly resource friendly, and it'll give you a lot of money because people are amazed by your technique and techniques, I guess. I don't know, I'm just rambling on, but thanks for watching, guys. This is Nicholas Bacco, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.